$1 million. It sounds like so much money, but it doesn't take you as far as it used to. You could buy one Bugatti Veyron, used of course, or a diamond-encrusted cell phone case, which I'm still in shock this even exists, or you could invest that money in real estate. So just what kind of home will a cool mill get you in the Peach State these days? I'm glad you asked. Today, we're going to explore 3 of the top areas that we get calls on regularly, and I'm going to show you just how far your money can take you in each one. Make sure you stay with me till the end, because I'm thinking we might need to share a 4th that I've talked with so many of you about, and you specifically asked that I touch on. Georgia is typically ranked one of the more affordable states to live in, especially when you compare that to places such as California, Miami, New York. We consistently get calls from people that are coming from these areas, and they've shared with us that it's just really not affordable to raise a family in these locations any longer. Some of them are trying to get into retirement, and well, in these areas, that's just not affordable. Alpharetta is one of the areas we get calls on more than any other location. However, it's also one of the most expensive, with top-rated schools and some of the best restaurants and shopping on the north side of Atlanta. It's really hard to beat, but you better have deep pockets. Check out this completely renovated custom home just minutes from the heart of Alpharetta for just over $1 million. This home sits on just under an acre of land and clearly has had no expense spared in the renovation that they just completed. If something a bit more traditional is your style, then perhaps one of these new construction opportunities is more your style. The open floor plan that everybody loves and is searching for, and yard maintenance? Who has time for that when you're so close to such an awesome city? Currently, there's only 126 properties on the market in Alpharetta. But the kicker? 83 of those are over $1 million. As I mentioned before, Alpharetta is probably the #1 place that we get calls on more than any other city north of Atlanta. However, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Most people don't end up buying here. Alpharetta has so much to offer, but many times people start looking around and they realize they can live in a town nearby that is much more affordable, yet be in downtown Alpharetta or the Avalon in just 15 minutes. One of those towns is Suwanee. Suwanee is known for being a very diverse, family-friendly community. They're in the midst of adding to Suwanee Town Center, and it seems every weekend there is a festival or farmer's market going on. But can you really get more bang for your buck here? Well, for just under $1 million, you could have this 6-bedroom, 5-bath home on over an acre and a half in the beautiful golf course community of Old Atlanta Club. The natural light is something else, and just look at this fire pit. Plus, it has a pizza oven. Currently in Suwanee, there's only 64 homes on the market, with only 19 of those being over $1 million. Most of those are going to be in the prestigious community of the River Club. The River Club is a community of its own class. You truly feel like you drove into a mountain resort. They have an absolutely stunning, beautiful lake. And one of the things that I love most is they've brought in trees that you don't typically see around Suwanee. So it truly submerges you into a completely different area as you drive through. They have an amazing golf course, which is part of Club Corp. So many people come here to play on this amazing course. And for a cool $2 to $4 million, any one of these beautiful homes could be yours. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button to help me tell the algorithms to get this out to as many people just like you. Drive just a few minutes north of Suwanee and you'll find yourself in the little town of Buford. Buford is rich in history. And one of the things that people like about Buford is that it has Buford City Schools. These schools are city-run compared to county-run, which means that they can kind of do their own thing for the most part, and it has a lot more parent voting and involvement. Driving just those additional few minutes north, you will find that you are able to get brand new construction for just $1 million. This amazing ranch-style home is going to be a brick beauty with a 3-car garage, high-end kitchen with quartz countertops. And another great thing about Buford, you are just minutes from the lake, if not right on it. Many homes in Beaufort sit right on the waters of Lake Lanier. Being on the south side of Lake Lanier, you're going to have all of the benefits of having restaurants on the water. You're going to have Margaritaville, Fishtails restaurant on the water, and you are much closer to modern amenities of the water such as grocery stores and a Starbucks. But something that I find is people get shocked when they come and they look at homes on Lake Lanier. They are expecting, I guess, this mountain retreat, and that's just not what Lake Lanier is. Keep in mind that in the 1950s, when Lake Lanier was created, most people lived in the city of Atlanta. The suburbs, if you will, were considered like the Buckhead area. Chamblee was considered far out. So places like Beaufort and Suwanee, that was like mountainside, if you will. So these little bungalows of the 1950s and 60s were weekend retreats for the people that lived in the city. Nowadays, you're starting to see a lot of these bungalows get purchased and then torn down and these multi-million-dollar properties being built. Take this home here, for instance. Absolutely adorable. 2,200 square feet and built in 1960. Clearly, it's been renovated, but this view and this dock, well, it speaks for itself. Lake Lanier is drastically different than it was in the 1950s and 60s for multiple reasons, but I think you're going to continue to see a lot of these bungalows being purchased and completely torn down and new homes built. Quick tip I want to share with you, and I really feel that this is one of the most important things that you can understand about real estate. You can change a house, you can paint it, you can tear down walls, update kitchens, bathrooms, put in new countertops. One thing you can never change is its location. It is so important for you to really dive into the neighborhood. Drive around if you're thinking about a specific community. Come in at 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock when people are leaving for work or coming home from work, when the kids are getting off the bus, and really see, is this the vibe I'm going for? Even the lot. If it's not something that you love, yes, retaining walls can be put up and dirt shifted around, but if you want this level, beautiful backyard and you're living on a hill, well, there's only so much you can do with that. So make sure that you're loving the location. Everything else can be updated. Last, but certainly not least, something that so many of you have called in and talked to me about. For a cool $1 million, you could decide to start investing. So instead of buying one luxury property for $1 million, you could actually buy 2 or even 3 investment properties. Put renters in there, have them paying the mortgage. Just go ahead and start building your portfolio of investment properties. Even Snoop Dogg said it himself. Real estate is the most important thing. So why not start your portfolio and start making your money make money? There is not a one-size-fits-all when it comes to investing. You can buy and hold, rent it out, flip it. So you need a licensed professional to help you look at the numbers and make sure that you're not getting in over your head. Ready to go house hunting?